They get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set, 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Lambert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Lambert. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st down, Lambert. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on 2nd down. Lambert stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw. Lambert. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. 30, 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Silva. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lambert being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. throwing on first down. Lambert. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lambert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Lambert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Lambert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Lambert. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Lambert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick.
And touchdown, Chicago! In for the score, and the Bears will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a handoff to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lambert. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 24. Yards. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Lambert, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. And the lead is down to 24. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. On the toss, here's Balaj. A little juke. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Looking to throw. Lambert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
3 down.
On first down, Lambert. He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Operating from the gun, Lambert. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Bears on third. 52 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Lambert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. On 1st and 10, Lambert. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go now.
To throw on 2nd down, Lambert. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Lambert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter, punch.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Watch him now, Barney.
Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Lambert steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Looking to throw. Lambert. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. Lambert. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lambert. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Ballage. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage, 75 yards, and the Bears add on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw. Lambert trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win.
Oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Looking to throw on second down. Lambert. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Toss play to Balaj. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. Think it's my fault. I got that check to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm tripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like.